Okay, finally got everything set up. There's a whole lot of wires going on. That takes forever to set up everything correctly. But with that out the way, I have updates for this stream. Trying a 4K capture card, 4K 60, just for the sake of having the note speed display more accurately. We're gonna have to see how that goes. Should be better, hopefully. And that's the main thing. Because before I would have a 4K 30 FPS sound card. And now I updated it to a better sound card, the PCIe internal capture card. I tried the Elgato and I didn't like it, so I'm trying the AverMedia. So we're gonna see how it goes. And there's some other stuff I added for the stat screen, but we'll get there. First things first, tune it to OpenC. Drop C. Every time I play, the camera moves, I swear. Oh, that's so annoying. Every time it's the camera. Will it hold? Let's see. We'll find out. Get the hat stock in the picture. It's not low enough, huh? Bummer. Trying to get the guitar in the picture. There we go. The low E string, the 6th string, was out of tune. Trying. Drop C riffs are fun. These are just kill switch stuff. Just getting the tone. I had to do millisecond delay on the input and webcam to compensate for the input for the video feed. I can't do harmonics in the current setup. It just doesn't work. So I'm not gonna do harmonics. I think the guitar has to get set up. Just trying to make sure it stays in tune. I can't wait for the new score screen. Well, work in progress. Fun slide downs. All right, gonna go take another 5-10 minute break, then I'll come back and play some bunch of songs. Okay, gonna play some. You're gonna have to get used to the microphone picking up the guitar string plucking. Okay, here we go. Gonna go in order like usual. See how long it stays in tune. So I'm using the reason why I wanted to stream today on this session. I'm trying to see my new capture card, and I'm trying to look at the note movement. Is it smooth when the notes move down, or is it jittery? So I'm hoping that this new capture card shows the note movement as smooth. I tried some certain settings for the properties of the OBS settings, but anyways. Also on this version of Song Visualizer, I updated the stats screen, and that's one thing we're going to see when I actually play through a full song here. So let's play some. Okay, here's the new screen. Let's see. Well, then, ooh, nice. 85% accuracy, average tempo 72 BPM. So the new screen, well, it's the same screen as before. I just added a new button, table, and when you hit the table button, it's the previous screen. But I updated the screen based on what I would like to see. I don't think this table JSON has much use for me. Like, oh, what did I do on measure 64? Oh, let me go look. I know it's not the best scroll. Pygame is not traditionally supported for a scroll, and right now my scroll like moves up. But it's like, why even fix it? Like, the whole point in this program is to visualize, not to read. But right now I'm reading, so current that playthrough I just did. See on the top, Breathe Life lead, December 5th, 2023. Time minute, hour, minute, second. But it says lead arrangement. I never done the rhythm for this yet. The current score 4070. Current accuracy 85%. Current longest streak 166. I hit 166 in a row at one point. Current hit count 991. Current miss count 174. Average tempo at 72. Compared to now, I just wanted to see how does the playthrough that I just did now, how does it compare to the most 3 recent playthroughs? So the first playthrough, the most recent one, December 2nd. So about 3 days ago. And on this playthrough that I just did now compared to the most recent one 3 days ago, I have 1337 more score, 23% more accuracy. I hit 273 more notes, but I lost a streak. I mean, my streak last time was longer at 34. And the average tempo last time was slightly slower, about almost 1 BPM slower. So I guess in this dynamic playthrough that I just did now through the dynamic tempo JSON screen, if I go to tempo and then I go to dynamic and then I hit apply, that's what I always do so fast every time. Let me do that on the next one. So that was Breathe Life. Let me just name this track here. 85% accuracy, wasn't it? If I could type. Stats. Breathe Life, December 5th, the most recent one on top. Yeah, 85% accuracy. Yeah, that one, I'm getting the hang of it. But there's ones that get more complex. I'm just going in order. Whoops. So I already did Breathe Life. Let's do Daylight Dies. The open string double stop one where you have to mute the 5th string and play the 6th and the 4th, which is okay up until you hit the 1st and 0 strings. You're muting an open string. But the next chord after that is positioned for the 2nd fret. So it's like, once you're prepared for the first one, the first chord, the open strings, you're already in the position because your first finger is blocking the 5th string or muting it, and the second finger and your third finger are on 6 and 4. But like, the first chord is the open part, so the only thing you're doing is muting. But then the second chord after that is where you have to actually apply pressure in the second, third finger. I'm talking about the intro riff for Daylight Dies. You'll see. Average tempo 85. That's the speed I'm going. It's a dynamic playthrough based on my most recent stats from October. There was a bug on this one, on this version of Song Visualizer version 0.7W. I fixed it. It was dealing with the last note. Basically, I told the song to end at the last note's start time rather than end time. And when I changed that around for the song to end at the last note's ending time, it added about 20 seconds of duration for this song. This is a long sustain, the very last note. All right, hold on. See, it's kind of interesting. So I'm debugging, playing, developing everything all at once with this program. So that was the last note that bugged it out the last couple of playthroughs, so I never recorded anything past October. Because after that, October was when I introduced the last note concept. The very last note of the song checks if the song is over when the note is over, other than checking every 1 second if the song is over. Um, but you can see that the last note still overrides the drawing placement over every other note. It was a chord, but you only saw one string, the blue one. You're supposed to see all three chords because they share the same fret. When they share the same fret, then the width of each note shrinks so you can see each, right? One of the notes is the widest, it fits the whole fret. The next one is a little less wide, and the one after that is a little less wide, so you can see all three colors. But when you have the last note, it overrides that because it's drawn last, and I haven't really adjusted it. But I just fixed a bug right in this version so I can see my accuracy. So, wow. In this playthrough, look at the tempo of the current song, 85.31, and you look at the last song, 3 playthroughs. Each time it's sped up, each JSON file, right? So the most recent JSON file was 0.16 BPM average slower. That means like 1 or 2 measures adjusted tempo by X% through my JSON screen, like on the dynamic tempo JSON screen. You hit a certain amount of notes, then you increment the tempo a certain amount of percent. You miss a certain amount of percent of notes, it decreases the tempo a certain percent. So that was Daylight dies 75% accuracy at 85 BPM. See, I would rather have all notes displayed with slower tempo than removing notes at 100% tempo. So that's how I built this program. So that's 2 songs down. And it's really cool seeing the differences between each JSON. Like it is, my program is incrementing speed based on my playthroughs, or it decreases speed if I miss a lot. But you know, I'm growing more confident with these songs, and it's starting to show in these hit or miss playthroughs. So the way I define hit or miss is another topic. I plug my guitar in through you know, the interface, and the interface has an output XLR. No, sorry, it's not XLR. Has an output 1/4, like a guitar cable, and I have a guitar to USB. So that output of the interface just goes to USB in the computer, and the program detects it, looks at the input that I'm playing on the guitar. Right, you can see this in the pitch screen. Set it back to drop C. Kind of felt like one of the 6th, 5th, or 4th was slightly out of tune when I did all the 3 notes. I knew it's probably the 4th string. 130 detected and 131 expected. Yeah, slightly flat. 3rd string is always out of tune. Was flat, now it's a little sharp. Typical 3rd string. Let's see the 2nd first. Slightly flat, which I didn't even play it. Good. Slightly flat again for the 5th. If it could hold the tune, that would be great. Alright. Once again, I did not set up the guitar after receiving it other than changing strings. I did not adjust intonation. I only adjusted the pickup height for the neck pickup, which so far I'm only using the bridge pickup. It's what, EMG 81s, 85s connected through a noise suppressor plugin. Alright, what's next is fixation, because I just tuned 6 strings, and this one actually uses the first 2 strings, which pretty much none other of the Killswitch songs do. So I did max tempo 69, so it's average tempo 64, going through the JSON files, and we'll just see how it goes. This one has a fun chord from the 5th string, 3rd fret, 6th string, 6th fret, 1st finger, 4th finger. Lots of pinkies involved in Killswitch Engage, especially that last one. From 5 to 7 double stop, 5th and 3rd, to the power chord 5th and 4th. And then to the next power chord 5 and 8, strings 5, 8, frets 5, 8, strings. No, gosh, it's so hard to say this. Basically that. The 5th string, 3rd string, 5th fret, 7th fret, to the 5th string, 4th string, 5th fret, 7th fret, to the 5th string, 4th string, 5th fret, 8th fret, to the 5th string, 4th string, 5th fret, 10th fret. That pinky stretch is insane from 5 to 10. So that's why I wanted this certain scale guitar to not stretch my pinky too much, the Gibson scale rather than the Fender scale. No thank you, Fender scale. Okay, let's see how this goes. Lots of crackling and popping. I think the volume's a bit too loud, but it's okay. So all I heard was popping. I think the volume's too loud. But I didn't want to adjust it while playing. It's just very distracting. Let me just name this first. This is what? Fixation. 78% accuracy. Almost a B. 63 BPM average. This is faster than the most two recents, but not the third most recent. Interesting. Well, at some point I introduced some more additional logic not to save the JSON as if there's less than 30% accuracy, because sometimes I would start and stop a song as 30 seconds in and it would count every note and miss after that. Boy, that was a mouthful. Let me see if I could fix the clipping, because it's just distracting. What would that be? Just less volume? Hold on. Tone finding. Yeah, that clips. What would that be? The tweed or the raw? Or the flip pedal. Nope, still clipping. I have an idea. All right. Turn up headphone, turn down amp. There's so many settings. There's a raw pedal, then there's the tweed. I don't have any EQ going live. I usually do that in post. Now, it's a matter of making the guitar not sound like it's 10 miles away from the amp. Fine, I guess tweed isn't for metal, is it? What else? I could try a different one if I have to. Previous drop C chug tone. C is for chug preset. That clips. See, I just don't feel like tone hunting. Turn the preamp down. Wow, the guitars are really loose at drop C. Probably why it's not holding a tuning. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to tone hunt. I don't like this tone. It takes a couple of minutes to find a good tone. That's why I usually just work with presets. Should I try the JMP? Not usually a fan of this one. Dirty Chug. Clipping. Do I just lower the volume of the input preamp? Or do I have to restart the program? I think I have to restart. Last time I got pops like this, it was more like a bug. Nope. This may take a couple minutes. Or I might have to reset the interface. Oh well. I could keep this session short. It's even clipping from the vocal mic. I think I have to reset the interface. But yeah, anyways, the video, I hope it's good. As far as I had to do a latency addition for the mic and the webcam, 36 milliseconds to match the video latency from the interface or from the capture card. But I can't play with this crackling. I have to reset. So I'll be right back.